everyone, I'm Ravina and I will be your tutor for today's lesson. Today, our lesson would be all about idioms. Now, you must be thinking, what are idioms? Let's look at the meaning of an idiom. An idiom is a phrase that carries imaginary meaning to describe a situation. Now, to give you a better understanding, let's look at a few examples of idioms and their meanings. Example number 1. A piece of cake means something that could be easily done. If you think something is very easy to do, you can say it is a piece of cake. People often say this to stop someone feeling worried about doing something they have to do. For instance, the exam was a piece of cake. It was very easy that I could answer all the questions. Example number 2. Build castles in the air brings a meaning of daydreaming. Castles in the air could also be defined as unrealistic plans or hopes for the future. For an example, my brother just builds castles in the air. He does nothing. Example number 3. Burn the midnight oil means to read or work late into the night. If someone is burning the midnight oil, they are staying up very late in order to study or do some other work. For an example, the homework was so hard, I had to burn the midnight oil to get it completed by time. Example number 4. At the 11th hour means the last moment or almost too late. If someone does something at the 11th hour, they do it at the last possible moment. For an example, it's very irresponsible to leave your homework until the 11th hour before doing them. Go and do now. Example number 5. Change hands means pass to a different owner. When something changes hands, its ownership changes, usually because it is sold to someone else. For instance, the firm has changed hands many times over the years. Example number 6. Draw the line means to put a limit on what you are willing to do or accept. If you draw the line at a particular activity, you refuse to do it because you disapprove of it or because it is more extreme than what you normally do. For an example, I am going to draw the line at working more than 40 hours a week. Example number 7. Eats like a bird means eating very little. The expression eats like a bird means that a person eats very little food. You can use it to compare with several people ate and say that one of them ate very little or almost nothing. For instance, well, if you want to lose weight, you must eat like a bird and exercise regularly. Example number 8. Go bananas means to become very excited or angry. Go bananas could also be in the sense of going crazy. For an example, the crowd went bananas when the concert began. Example number 9. In the same boat means to be in the same difficult situation. It could also be defined as being in the same unpleasant situation as other people. For instance, I know this work is difficult, but we are all in the same boat here, so we'll have to do this together. And last example, Lend an ear means to listen to someone with sympathy. If you lend an ear to someone or their problems, you listen to them carefully and sympathetically. For instance, the class teacher asked her students to lend an ear while she was teaching. Alright, with these 10 different idioms that we have learned, let's try putting them into a sentence. Fill in the blanks with the correct idioms. Let's look at the answers. Number 1. Amy is on a diet. She eats like a bird. Now let's recall the meaning of eating like a bird. Eat like a bird means you eat very little. Amy is on a diet, which means she eats very little, and that is why this idiom is the most suitable idiom to be used. Question number 2. Adam always studies at the 11th hour. He always gets bad results for his exams. At the 11th hour means doing work at the last moment or almost too late. This explains why Adam always gets bad results for his exams. Question number 3. This old house has changed hands 15 times since it was built 200 years ago. Changed hands means passing it to a different owner. This shows this house has changed to 15 different owners since it was built 200 years ago. Question number 4. The mathematics homework was a piece of cake. I completed it in an hour. A piece of cake means that something that could be easily done. This explains that the questions were very easy and the person could complete it in an hour. Question number 5. Exam was nearing and more pupils were burning the midnight oil. Burning the midnight oil means to read or work late into the night. The students must be studying late night every day since the exam is around the corner. Question number 6. This chocolate milkshake will make you go bananas. It is very tasty. Go bananas means to get very excited. This shows the moment you taste the chocolate milkshake, you will get very excited because of how tasty it is. And the last question, everyone has lost their job. We're all in the same boat. In the same boat means to be in the same difficult situation. Everyone lost their job, which means all of them are in the same difficult situation together. Let's move forward to exercise 2. Let's take a look at the answers. Question number 1. What is the definition of at the 11th hour? The answer is C. The last moment or almost too late. Question number 2. What is the definition of lend and ear? The answer is D. To listen to someone with sympathy. Question number 3. What is the definition of build castles in the air? The answer is A. To daydream. Question number 4. What is the definition of draw the line? The answer is B. To put a limit on what you are willing to do or accept. Question number 5. What is the definition of eat like a bird? The answer is C. To eat very little. And for the last question, what is the definition of go bananas? The answer is D. To be very excited or angry. Alright everyone, we have arrived at the end of our lesson today. I hope that all of you understood well the lesson that we have learned today. Take care, stay safe, and thank you.